This conference will now be recorded.
Done with these points? Okay. Now, so we have discussed about static SOSL queries and the dynamic SOSL queries. And what exactly the difference between static SOSL and the dynamic SOSL. Okay, now let's see the practical part. How to prepare the static SOSL query, how can we execute it through Apex programming, and then how can we fetch the results, how can we display on our debug log file. Okay. Now, so let me take a small example. I'm going to the developer console. Now, I'm using an Apex class. I'm preparing a class with the name global search helper. Okay. So now inside this class, I'm going to preparing the method public static void search records. Okay, search records. Now I would like to search for some content here. Okay, now that content I'm going to specifying inside this. Now I would like to go with that static SOQL query now. How to prepare the static SOQL query, we'll see practically. Okay. Now, so now here I'm preparing that SOQL query. I want to search for the keyword some test. So I'm using that find test star in all fields returning. I'm indicating that objects here. Please search for the keyword inside my account object. If any of the account record has been identified, we're using this test keyword, return that account record with the columns ID column, name, rating, industry, and the annual revenue column, and then phone and the fax and the active status column. Now I would like to continue to search for the same content in the another object also, that is contact. If this keyword has been used in any one of the contact record, I want to return that contact records ID, first name, last name, title, phone, fax, and the email. Now I'm searching for the same keyword inside my case object also. I want to return that case record ID and the case number, type of the case, status of the case origin, case reason, case subject. I'm searching for the same content inside my lead object also, where I would like to return the lead record ID and the first name, last name, email, title, phone, status, and the fax. I want to search for that content inside my position object also. Now I am going to be returning that ID of the position record, name of the position record, and the location field value, and the position status, and the maximum budget. I'm searching for the same content inside my candidate object also. I would like to return that candidate record with the ID, name, location, and the contact number of that candidate, and the email ID, and then I would like to specify the notice period. These are the columns information I would like to return. Now, So this is my SOSL query, which is a static SOSL query because I have enclosed this SOSL query inside my square braces. When the query has been enclosed inside that square braces, then Salesforce will be executing this query automatically. Without any manual invocation, the query will be getting executed, which will be returning the result in the form of list of a subject. List of a subject. LST records. It will be returning the result in the form of list of the subject. Let me save this code. Now there is some errors are available. Let's see. Now position status. No such column location. In position object, column name might be location name. Still there is a problem. Location also. On the candidate object also, the field name is location name. Now the code has been saved successfully. Now here the thing is, we need to fetch each and every element. We need to display it. How? Now, so let me explain a few more points here. You can raise the question, sir, for example, with this keyword test inside my position object, only one record is available. Then how it is returning that one? Same, in the form of list only. But that list contains how many records? One. For example, with this keyword test inside my case object, 0 records are there. That means this keyword is not at all used inside my case records. Then what it returns? Again, list. That list contains how many records? 0. That means empty. Always it will be having list elements only. Even though when coming to the search results, in that object, this keyword might be utilized in either 0 records, 1 records, multiple records, always list. Okay. Now come to the situation here. How can we identify each and every element? How can we fetch these elements here? Now, for example, so now this is my list collection here. Now this is my outer list and this is my inner list. In this list collection, we are having all these elements are available here. Okay, now for example, I'm having this list collection. For example, this is my list. For example, LST results. This is my collection. This is my outer list collection here. Now in this one, what we have inside this list collection, we are having so many elements are available. Every element will be of type what? List collection again here. Okay. Now in this case, it will be having that list of account. Now in this case, It will be holding those elements over here. It will be holding those elements. Elements are available inside this. Now the first element, it will be holding some list of account records. And then second element, second will be contact. Contact. And the third element here, third element. Now third element will be of type what? List of what? Lead. List of lead. Next, the fourth element. Fourth element is what? List of case. Next, the fifth element is what? List of position. And the sixth element here, list of candidate. List of candidate. Okay, so this is my collection here where exactly the elements are available. Now this is the listed collection. This is the outer list. Okay, we are having that two listed collections are available. So up to this is my outer list. Okay, this is my outer list. So this is the inner list over here. Okay, inner list, each and every element. Now my outer list is available. Okay, this is my outer list. In this one, elements are available over here. Each and every element is of type what? A list collection. Now, what is the order I have written these objects here? They are the first one, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Now these results will be returned over here. These results are storing where inside my list collection. How it is storing these elements over here? How can we identify each and every element? This is one result set, the second result set, third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one. How can we identify all these things here? By using ID in the sense how. Now this entire thing is nothing but one list collection to me here. This is my list collection. In this list collection, this is one element, second element, third element, fourth, fifth, sixth. How to identify each and every element inside my list collection? By using what? Index position. Okay. In list collection, each and every element will be identified by using index position. What is the index position over here? This will be 0. Okay, this index position is 0. Now this is at what? 1. Now this is the index position 2, and this is the third one, and this is the fourth index, and this is the fifth index here. These are the elements are available. So now inside my list collection, we are having these elements. Each and every element is again a list collection, so that every item, every element will be identified by using that index position starting from 0. So these are the index positions are available. You know that because when coming to that list collection, this order should be exactly same. Okay, because you know that list collection is purely an ordered collection where whatever the order we have stored the elements in the same order, elements will be available. So in this case, whatever the order we have specified the object names, in the same order results will be getting written. In the same order, those elements will be there inside your collection here. Okay, now I want to get each and every element over here. How? I want to get each and every element. I want to get this one. How can we get that? Get of 0, right? Now it will be returning that collection. Now my collection name is what? LST results dot get of 0. So now what it returns now? The first element over here. But this element is what? Collection. Okay, list collection again here. Okay, now in this case, all these elements will be treating in the form of what? Yes, subject type. So whatever the elements you are collecting right now, this will be treating by this particular method as yes, subject type here. Okay, it will be treating this as a subject type because these are all a subject type of elements over here. Every element will be treating like as a subject type of element. Now it is returning that list of a subject, but I want to convert into what? Account type here because I know that this is the account object records. So I need to convert this element into my account type. Then how can we convert? Whenever I'm going to be collecting these elements here, whatever the elements are available inside that outer collection, in that outer collection, every element will be treating like as a subject type. Because whenever we are grouping a collection of elements of different type, it is using that S subject type of elements. So it will be returning that S subject type of element here. Now it is returning an element here, which will be returning that list of a subject type. Okay, list of a subject type. Now what I need to do, I need to convert that element into my own type over here. Okay, now let's see. How can we do that? Whenever I'm collecting this first collection element, first element here, lst results dot get of 0. Now lst results dot get of 0. Whenever I'm going to be using this method, get method, to collect a particular element by specifying the index position, it is returning this element over here. But this element is of type collection. But internally, the Salesforce is treating this each and every element will be of type yes subject type because we have collected multiple elements of different types. If all are same, we can take it as list of account. But these all are different types of elements. In order to store different types of elements, we are using yes subject type, so that it will be treating each and every element is of type yes subject. So now here in this case, what needs to be done? Whenever I'm using get of 0, it will be returning that collection in the form of yes subject type over here. Okay, list of a subject, list of a subject, lst records. Okay, lst records. I'm storing inside a collection here, but I want to display those account records here because I know that collection is an account. Salesforce is internally treating like as a subject type here, but I want to convert it as account back. Then how can we do that one? For this one, we have to use for loop. Okay, by using for loop, what we can do? Because then what we can do? In this case here, whatever the records are available inside my subject type, every record I want to convert into my account type. Okay, every record I want to convert into my account type. In this case, we can able to use for loop also. Now, let me explain here. Both the scenarios I will explain. Okay, lengthy process and shortcut process, both I will explain here. Now, I would like to collect each and every record here. From the collection, what is my collection? LST records. Every element will be of type what? Yes subject type here. Okay, yes subject. Okay, I'm indicating OBJ. Okay, this is the collection. This collection is having some set of elements of type yes subject. I'm collecting each and every element over here. This is in the form of a subject type. That means the generic type. I want to convert into my own type over here. For that one, whatever the OBJ element that we have, nothing but record that we have, I am going to be converting into my account type. For that one, we have to use explicit typecasting. Okay, we have to use explicit typecasting. Typecasting we have to do. Type means what? Data type. Casting means what? Converting. That means I need to convert this subject type of element into account type. How can we do that? For that one, just you can specify account. That means here it's like a purely C programming syntax, nothing else. If anybody is aware of C programming, the same syntax is available over there. Now, so this is my object, nothing but record, which is of type a subject type. Now I am converting that element into account type here. Once it has been getting converted, then I am going to storing inside my account variable. Account s is equals to, I'm storing this value here. That's it. Okay. So this is the concept. This is the additional step that we need to do as part of SOSL. Okay, so up to this is fine, but now here this is additional step that we need to do as part of SOSL, because inside that SOSL it is going to be clubbing the multiple object records into a single collection, so that it will be treating those elements are of type a subject type. That means generic type which can able to store any of the object record also. So that we need to collect that each and every element. This element is again a listic collection. It will be treating that this is one element. is second element, third element, fourth element, fifth element, sixth element, but these are holding some different types of elements. So that here it is using a subject type internally. Okay, so that we need to collect every element. Every element will be treating like as a subject type. We need to collect that elements over here. Now the first element I'm collecting, but again it is of type list collection, which is of type list of a subject type. I'm storing inside my collection. Once a subject type of elements has been getting stored, then I'm going to be collecting each and every subject type of element from the collection. And by using the for loop, I'm converting into my own type by using this explicit typecasting. Account in the braces. That means convert this obj, nothing but a subject type of record into account type and store inside my variable SAC. Every element, every record we need to convert into my account type over here. Okay, this is the process we have to do. In this case, if you're feeling difficulty to this much of lengthy code, okay, I will give you one line of code itself here. Okay, this is one way. Okay, this is one way to convert. Let me give that optimized format. Now, I'm indicating that. So I'm collecting that element lst results dot get of 0, which will be returning the element over here. That element is again a list collection. List of what? A subject type. So now here I'm going to be converting into which type over here? Account type. But if it is a single, I can specify directly account. But this is returning list of elements, so that we have to specify list of account. Okay, list of account, and then store that inside a list collection. List of account, some LST accounts. That's it. We can able to use any one of that, either this single line or either this multiple lines code. Also, any one of that we can use. Depends upon your requirement. Okay, so now here I'm going to be collecting that first element. That first element is again a list collection, list of a subject type. I'm converting that list of a subject type into my account type by using that explicit typecasting, list of account, and then all those records I'm converting into my account type in one shot by using this list collection. I'm storing inside my variable. Like the similar way. Next, the second element here, what we need to do? LST results dot get of 1. What it returns now? List of a subject type. So now those elements we need to convert into what? List of account or contact? Contact, because the get of 1 means first the second element, that is nothing but contact here. So that here we have to specify list of contact. Now store those elements inside my collection. List of contact. LST contacts. Okay, this is one additional step we need to do. For each and every element, we have to do the same steps here. Now, once the data is available inside your list collection, how to show on your page block table, how to show on your debug block file, you know that concept here. Because the records we have collected from the collection, we are converting into our own type stored inside my account type here. From there, how to iterate that collection, how to display on your system.debug log file, so you know that concept here. Okay. Clear? So this is one additional step that we need to do as part of your SOSL queries concept here. As part of SOSL queries, we have to do this additional step. SOSL query will always return the result in the form of list of subject type. So we need to typecast into our own type externally by using that explicit typecasting, and then we can able to store inside our collection. This explicit typecasting is also called as unboxing. When you go to some programming languages, it is called as unboxing. Implicit typecasting is called as boxing. Explicit typecasting is called as unboxing concept. Okay, understood the concept here? Now let's go back to that practical part. How can we implement this one? How can we get each and every element, and how can we display? Understood the concept? So let's see this one. So now I'm collecting the first element, LST records dot get of 0. First element will be of type what? Accounts. I need to convert into account type. List of account. And then I'm storing inside my collection. List of account, LST accounts. Get the element from the results collection by using index position, then use the explicit typecasting to convert the element from a subject to our own type. Then use explicit typecasting to convert the element from a subject up to our own type. Like the similar way. List of contact. LST contacts equals to list of contact LST records dot get of 1. Third one, list of case. LST cases equals to, I'm converting into list of case. LST records dot next one, list of lead. LST leads equals to list of position. I'm typecasting those elements. I'm going to be converting into my own type. Here we can use either get method or simply we can use that index position also. Directly we can use any one of that format. Collection of, directly we can use index position, or else we can use that explicit method, get method. Any question? Yeah. Not required. That's what I told you here. We can use this get method also, which has been given by that list collection class, or else directly we can specify index position. That's what I have given both the formats to you. For this two, I have used that get method. For this one, like as arrays also we can fetch. Done. Done up to this part. Now, so once the data has been getting collected into our own collections, now we need to display the data. Here, programming is not yet over. Okay, we are having some more code is available now. Okay, now let's display that each and every collection records here one by one. How to display each and every collection records into your debug log file? You know that concept here. I want to show. First one, system.debug accounts collection size. I want to show that lst accounts dot size method. I want to show each and every account record one by one. Account record ACC from LST accounts. I want to show that. I'm displaying that account record like the similar way. How many contact records are available? Here I'm giving a line break. Now, contacts collection size. LST contacts dot size. For each and every contact record from LST contacts. System.debug contact record is, I want to show the contact. I'm giving a line break. System.debug lead records collection size is lst leads dot size. For each and every lead record from the collection. I'm giving a line break. I want to show the case records. For each and every case record from LST cases. I'm giving that line break. That's it. Okay. So displaying the records, you know that. Okay, once the collection is available, how to represent those collection records onto the debug log file, you know this concept. Then up to that accounts and contacts. Then the leads part. Done. Okay. Now, so let's see the execution part. How can we invoke this code by calling that procedure? Now, so let me explain that whole process once again. So we have prepared that SOSL query in order to search for the content test in the multiple objects like account, contact, case, lead, position, and the candidate. These are the various objects in which I am going to be searching for the content or the keyword test. Whenever if this keyword has been used in any one of these object records, then return those records to me. So that here, to store those records here, I'm going to be preparing the result type that is called as list of a subject type. So now this query is a static SOSL query which will be executing automatically by default. Whatever the records has been written as the results, those results has been placing inside my list of a subject collection type. It will be returning to you. Now I'm capturing those list of a subject collection. I'm storing inside my collection object called as LST records. From there, I'm splitting it out. So now whatever the data is available inside my list collection, I'm splitting each and every element by using that index position. Based on that index position, I'm collecting each and every element, but every element will be treating by the Salesforce as in the form of a subject type. I'm converting that element into my own type by using that explicit typecasting. I'm storing inside my collection. Once all the elements have been getting explicit typecasted to our own types, then I'm collecting each and every collection which we have, and I'm just iterating that collection. I'm displaying the records inside that. Okay. Now, so previously, when you go to that SOQL, directly we are collecting the data, we are storing inside the collection directly, we can represent. But here, this collection data will be treating in the form of a subject type. That's what we have to include one more additional step to convert that element from a subject type to our own type by using explicit typecasting here. Okay, wherever you are getting the data in the form of a subject type, then we have to use that explicit typecasting. By using that, we can able to convert a subject type into our own type. Here we can store, and from there we can able to utilize. Okay, now let me execute this piece of code. I'm accessing my method global search helper dot search records. I'm calling this method, I'm invoking the method in order to get the data here. Now click on execute. The request has been sent to the server. It will be invoking your method and the business logic, which will be searching for the content, and the records will be getting returns to you as a result. Select the debug only checkbox. Now it is giving the results to you. Accounts collection size, that means the same keyword test has been used in 14 account records. Like here, now when observe this one, here we are using that. Okay, field update test account. Okay, test account 2, and then manual sharing test account, and then test account sharing, and then sample account apex test. That means the keyword may be found in any place. It may be starting, middle, ending. Okay, it may be any place. It will be fetching that content automatically. These are the 14 account records are there in which we have used the keyword test. And it is searching in the contact also. Inside my contact object here, we have used this keyword in 10 contact records. Like here, we have used that the test contact. Here we have used that data loader, and here the last name. And then where we have used this keyword over here. When you observe this one, inside my email ID, we have used this keyword. Not only searching in the name column, it is searching in the other columns also automatically by default. Wherever this keyword has been found, it will fetch that record automatically by default. Now, like that similar way, the same keyword test has been found in 103 lead records. In my lead object here, in the 103 lead records, we have used that keyword test, because in the last name we have used that keyword test. All the 103 records has been getting returned to you. Now, inside my case object here, so we haven't used anywhere, so that it is indicating case records collection size is 0. That means this test keyword has not yet used in any of the case record. And then position object, in one record we have used that, because that is called as Salesforce tester. In the candidate object here, in one record we have used that like as test Kumar here. So these are the various records where exactly we have used this keyword test. We can able to found by using that single SOSL query. Generally, to search the data for these multiple objects, we need to write some multiple SOQL queries, but we no need to use those many things. Just we can able to go with a single SOSL query as well here, which can able to use to search the data from the multiple objects up to maximum of 20 objects. Okay, clear? Now, for example, here I want to search for the content, some apex or some bulk. I'm using the keyword bulk. Let's save this content. Now execute it. I want to verify in how many records I have used this keyword apex, so the bulk. Let's go to the debug only checkbox. Let's verify inside my account object in 0 records we have used, nothing but we haven't used this keyword bulk in any one of the account record. But in the contact we have used in 5 places over here. Like these are the keywords here. Now lead records, in the 250 lead records we have used this keyword bulk. Next, the case object 0 and the position object 0 and the candidate object also 0. We haven't used this keyword in the remaining 3 objects, so that is indicating like a simply 0. Okay, we have used in that 0 records. Okay, we haven't used in any one of those records objects here. Like that, we can able to search for the content in the multiple objects also. Okay, now, for example, here in this case, now tell me, I would like to restrict that here. Now, sometimes you can raise a question. Sir, for example, whenever I'm searching for the keyword some test, now I'm going to be indicating to search in all these objects. But upon searching for the keyword test, inside my account object, I have used this keyword in 2000 records. 2000 records. Then what will happen? In this case, all the records will be from account only. It won't search in the remaining objects here because SOSL query limit is maximum of 2000 records. The limit is already over. Limit is reached. So it can't store some more records. It can't return some more records, so that it won't go to the remaining objects to search. Then what we can do in this case? We can use that limit clause also here. Okay, we can use limit clause. That means don't return all the records from the account object only. So now, even though if you are having more number of matching records in the account object, just give me only some 200 or 300 records here. For that one, we can use that limit clause also. Now, in this case, inside my lead object, I have used this keyword in 250 lead records, but I don't want all the 250 lead records. I want some 50 lead records. At that time, we can able to indicate that limit clause also. Here I'm indicating that limit. Limit return some 100 records. Here I'm indicating limit some 400. Here I'm indicating limit 600. Limit 300. Limit 50. Limit 200. But the total number of limit values should be maximum of 2000. That's it. Okay. Now the total number of all these values, all these limit values should be equals to 2000, not more than that. That is the limitation. So even though if you're having some more number of matching or the similar records are there inside the object, don't return all, please return only 100 lead records, 100 account records from my object. Okay, then go to the remaining objects to search. Okay, so for that one, we can able to apply the limit clause also. Okay. Clear? Now, next one more point. Let me explain. Sometimes my client said that I would like to search for the content in the multiple objects. Okay, but I have used that keyword in the text fields only. Okay, I have used that keyword in text fields only. Don't search in the email fields. Don't search in the number fields. Don't search in the other fields. Please search in only in the text fields. In this case, instead of searching in all the fields, we can able to specify text. Now, search for that content inside that text fields. Sometimes my client said that we have used that keyword only in the email columns only. At that time, we can specify email. Okay. Now, search only in email fields. Sometimes the keyword has been used in the number fields here. Let's see. Only in the number fields. That means what these are called as search groups. Okay, in Salesforce as part of SOSL. These are called as search groups. That means where exactly you want me to search in all the columns. If you know that this character or this particular content has been used in email column, then don't waste the time. Don't search in the other columns here. Please search only in the email data type columns only. At that time, we can specify, please search for this particular content only in the email field, because here I have used this keyword only in the email columns. Okay, like that, we can able to specify the search groups. As part of this search groups, we are having that various search groups are available. Okay, various search groups are available. We can indicate that search group also over here. So what are the various search groups are available? Search groups you can specify either in all fields, in number fields, in text fields, in email fields. These are the various search groups which has been given by the SOSL query to you. Okay, clear up to now? Now, the next one. Let me explain one more point here. For example, I think yesterday we have discussed in the last session, whenever I'm searching for some content inside my object, suppose if there is a candidate object here in which I'm having some confidential information is available, some sensitive data is there, which I can't disclose to the other people. So I don't want to allow this search engine to search the data inside my object here. I don't want to allow this search engine to enter the data inside, search the data inside my object, candidate object. How can we prevent? By selecting that, what is the checkbox? Allow search, right? Just you can go to that allow search checkbox for my candidate. Go to that object settings. Click on that edit button and select that checkbox allow search. Now, if I'm unselecting this checkbox, that means SOSL queries will not be included this particular object over here. Now, click on save. Now, so now let's try to execute that query. Observe what will happen in this case. Click on execute. Now, in this case, it is indicating that here dependent class is invalid and needs recompilation. That means what? The class global search helper, inside that we have used an entity, that means an object of type candidate, does not support the searching mechanism here. Okay, it won't allow us to search the data inside that candidate object, so I can't go ahead. I can't search for the data by using my SOSL query. So please go to that class, recompile that class over here. Then what is the need of recompilation here? Whenever I'm going to be recompiling this class, just I'm going to that class, just I'm pressing enter here. Now let's try to save. Observe this one. The class will not get saved to you. Class will not be getting compiled to you. It will be giving the compilation error to you. So now here the class, the object, candidate object will not be, doesn't support this search mechanism. So please remove that particular code from that code here, from that SOSL query. Okay, whenever I'm going to be using any of that SOSL query, in that SOSL query, if I'm using an object which is not supporting the search, then your class code will not be compiled. Okay, your class will not be compiled. It won't allow you to compile your code. First of all, remove that class code over here. Because why? Because is if the compiler is going to be simply compiling that code, when it try to execute that, it will try to search for the content inside that candidate object, which is not supporting to the search. It will be raising an exception here. So it will not be impacting on the cloud. So that here always we should have the quality code. For that one here, it won't allow you to compile your code. First of all, remove this object code, whatever we have, whatever the places you have used that object, remove all the places, then only class will be getting compiled to you. So that it is indicating, so now one of your dependent classes requires that recompilation process. Okay, clear? Understood the concept here? Now, so let me go back to that object. Let me enable the search mechanism. Click on allow search. Save this. Now, let me save that code here. I'm saving this class code now. Now it will allow you to save your class code. Class code has been compiled. It will be saving into your metadata repository. Now we can able to execute this piece of code. Now request has been sent to the server. Okay, so that whenever I'm going to be utilizing any object, okay, which will be including as part of SOSL, please make sure that for those objects allow such a text checkbox has been selected or not. Okay, we have to make sure that. Okay, clear? If the checkbox is not selected, then your class code will not be allowed you to compile. Okay, understood the concept now? Yes, we can use that order by class. Clear? Starting SOSL? Yes or no? Feeling hungry? No, right? Who said yes? Next one, dynamic SOSL. How can we implement this dynamic SOSL query? Now let's see practically here. Now, here also the similar kind of code. Okay, here also the similar kind of code. This entire process is exactly same, no change. Just the query part will be the different over here. Here I'm enclosing inside that the square braces. There we are enclosing inside that single quote. Okay, single quote. That's it. The difference, nothing else. Remaining part will be everything will be the same. Now let me explain. So now this is the SOSL query that we have. Now, so this is my SOSL query, which is of type static. I want to make it as dynamic. Dynamic SOSL query means what? We have to prepare that same SOSL query here also, nothing different. But that query should be we are storing inside a string variable. Okay, string variable. But in this case, how can we do this one? Now let's see practically. But in this case, what is the benefit? Whatever that such a keyword is available, that we can able to include at runtime. That possibility is available. How to include? Now let's see here. Let me explain. So now to store my SOSL query, I'm defining a string variable like as SOSL query. Okay, now inside my string variable, I want to store. So that I have prepared a string variable SOSL query. First of all, what we need to write? Find. Okay, find a keyword. I'm placing that find. After that, what we have? A space. Okay, a space. Now, in the dynamic SO keyword also the people are doing some same mistake. Just we are going to be not giving the space. Because of that, it will be giving some compilation errors to you. Okay, upon executing that. Okay, so now just to specify that space. Find space, you will be having that the keyword. Now find space. After that, what we have the single quote. Okay, then we are having a single quote. How to specify the single quote? Now I'm using the plus symbol. That means concatenating. Each and every part of my query I'm preparing separately. Keep on I'm concatenating over here. Nothing else. Now to prepare that single quote, we can specify that single quote like this here. But generally, if I'm writing the single quote like this, Salesforce won't accept. It will start off, the statement will be ending here itself. Okay, so for that reason here, if you want to use a single quote, specify /single quote. Okay, we have to use an escape sequence. This is called as an escape sequence here. It's a backslash. Now specify that backslash and the single quote, which will be treating this whole thing like as a single quote over here. Okay, clear? To form that single quote, we have to specify backslash and single quote. It will be indicating that these are two characters will be treating like as a single quote here. Next, after that, what we have? Find space single quote we have prepared. Next, after that, what we have? Bulk means what? That particular search text. How we are getting the search text? Through runtime here. For example, I'm specifying. I'm having a procedure. In that procedure, I'm having a parameter here, like as string search text. There is a parameter is there. Now this parameter I would like to include over here by using the plus symbol. Keep on appending. Next, after that, what we have? After bulk, what we have? Star. Star is a character. I'm enclosing inside that single quote. Next, after that, what we have? Again, single quote. How to specify single quote? We can specify backslash single quote. Next, space. Okay. Then, after that, what we have? In all field, the remaining thing we can able to copy and paste. No problem. Okay. Now, all fields returning, give the space. And then after that, we are having this query. Now this entire query we can copy, including that comma also here. If you forget the comma, it will be giving the error to you. Okay. Now, so now here in this case, specify that. Next, keep on I'm appending the content, nothing else. Contact plus case object query plus lead object query plus position object query plus I'm placing that position object. Now my query is over here. Okay, keep on I'm appending the content. Find, I'm specifying that backslash and the single quote because to prepare a single quote, and then I'm specifying the search keyword which I'm collecting from my procedure as a parameter or from my user interface by using a text box also. I'm collecting that search text, and then I'm adding that star, and then I'm going to be closing that single quote. And then I'm specifying that in all fields returning and the remaining content is same. Just you can copy and paste and we can able to add it like as a string. Once this SOSL query has been getting prepared, then how can we execute this query here? My query is available. My query has been stored inside that string variable. How to execute that dynamic SOSL query? Search dot query. Search dot query method. In that one, I need to specify that SOSL query, which will be returning the result what? What is the return type of dynamic SOSL query? Same list of S object. Okay, LST records. From here, the same story. So now here, just we can able to get that remaining code whatever we have prepared. So now this remaining entire code we can able to copy and paste. Same concept, nothing else. Okay, clear now? So let me prepare this code also now. Understood the concept now? Just you are going to be keep on appending that query here. Nothing but I'm going to preparing the query by storing inside my string variables. Keep on I'm appending each and every part of the query by my own by using that plus symbols. Once the query has been getting prepared, then we are going to be executing that query by using search.query method, which always return the result in the form of list of as subject, like as same like as your static SOSL. Now, so let me prepare that example also. I'm preparing that. Public static void dynamic records search. I'm passing that search text. Here I'm verifying that condition first. As usual, if the search text is not equals to null and the search text not equals to empty, then I would like to prepare my query here. I'm preparing the query by storing the data inside that list of yes subject lst records equals to, I'm preparing that query. I'm using that find keyword plus slash and the single quote, and then I'm using that search text. I'm using that star. I'm going to be closing that single quote. I'm indicating that in all fields. Returning. I'm giving the space and then keep on we can able to append that. So whatever the content is available, I'm collecting that content here. Account object query. And keep on appending. Contact object query. Case object. Lead object. Position object. Candidate object. Okay. So I'm placing this entire query. Once the query has been getting ready, then I would like to execute that query by using that search.query method. So what is the error here? Illegal assignment from string to list. SOSL query. Okay. Now, so I'm storing that SOSL query inside my string variable, and then I'm executing that. So that I'm using search.query method. In that query method, we have to specify your search query here. SOSL query, which will be returning the result in the form of list of the subject. What is the name that I have given? LST records. Same code I'm copy and pasting here. Nothing else. I'm not changing anything. Okay, the same code. Okay, so now here also I'm going to just copy and paste the same code. Just the query part will be the different here, and execution part is different. Only these two lines will be different. Remaining entire code will be the same, no change. Okay, Now here we are going to preparing the SOQL query at runtime, SOSL query at runtime by using that string variable. Keep on appending each and every part of that SOSL query. Once that entire SOSL query has been getting formed by storing inside that string variable, then we are executing that query by using search.query method by passing that query variable, which will return that result in the form of list of yes object type. Okay. Now, so now let me execute this same code again here. I'm going to be calling that method. I'm passing that keyword like as some bulk. I'm passing the keyword bulk. Once you click on execute, it returns that result to you. So whatever the records in which we have used that keyword bulk, those records will be getting returns to you. Go to that system.debug log file. Now in the account object 0 records, contact 5 records, and the lead object 250 records. Like that, we can able to get all those records information. For example, I want to search for the keyword some test. Once you click on execute, it is returning that. Select the debug only checkbox. It is indicating 14 account records, 10 contact records, 103 account lead records, and the 0 case records, 1 position, 1 candidate records. Like that. For example, I'm passing that keyboard some apex. Let's execute. See the result. Select the debug only checkbox. Inside my account object in 2 records we have used contacts 0, lead 0, cases 0, positions 0, and then candidates 0. Okay, in any one of this object record we haven't used that keyword apex. Only in the account object we have used this keyword apex here. Like that, depends upon your requirement, we can able to search for that content also here. Okay, clear? Okay, clear? So this is the way we are using that SOSL queries inside your Apex programming. Static SOSL and the dynamic SOSL both. Okay, understood the concept here? So with this one, we are done with that SOSL queries also. And in tomorrow's session, we'll see the DML statements. So what exactly the DML statements and what are the various DML statements are available, we'll see. There we are having 2 types, DML statements and database class. How to perform the DML operation by using normal DML statement? What are the drawbacks with the normal DML statement? How can we overcome those problems by using that database class methods? We'll see practically.